down from 1 to...
Sorry.
Or from 2 to 1.
Yeah. And basically, yes, very quickly, you like describe to me like how does it happen? Is there any flashy effect? Anything interesting?
Probably anti-flashy, honestly. Probably more like just the area here starts to feel a little bit more comfy, a little bit more like, that you're at home, someone just humming something, and it's all nice, cozy. And of course, at the end, I'll have this like tapestry that actually is overly large, and I will, as Severus is like starting to lay down on its legs and put its head down, just like throw the tapestry over it as a blanket.
All right, so it's way too small to cover anything. So, but you can
Well,
see
like I said, I was
Severus.
hoping it would be overly large, but
No.
in that description, it just like covers like an ear or something.
Yeah, more like that. But yeah, Cerberus begin to seem to doze off. One of his heads begin to close his eyes. The other two struggle keep to keep awake. But soon after, they begin to loudly yawn. Freeing Liv will just go crashing to the ground. And soon after, Cerberus just slump over and begin to drift into sleep.
I didn't imagine this when I started out today. And I will look to everyone else and go, we should quietly tiptoe this way.
Yeah, Liv, you are fucking super hurt.
Yeah, I'm. I'm actually rolling my composure to see how well I am handling the fact that my arms
Yes.
almost got ripped off.
Do me a composure integrity roll, difficulty 2. No! Yes!
I double checked it that time.
Yes!
God damn it!
No, you didn't. That's not enough. So,
What the hell?
I'm thankful that one of my things was to make sure that only Thomas didn't get severely injured.
So as you go down and back on the ground, you do not cry out in pain, and your arms are hurting like a motherfucker, but you can see near one of Cerberus' paw, you can see your shield just falling near him, and it's uncomfortably close to Cerberus to go fetch it, but you can try. You should try. But like everyone is holding their breath right now. And...
GM baiting, huh? It's uncomfortable close, but you should try.
I mean, it's heroic, so...
We could come get the frisbee later, I'm sure.
Quick, in that magic bag that you have, you don't have a giant magnet?
I'm wondering like how difficult it would be to actually fetch it quietly, given that I'm probably the quietest person here.
You'd have to do dexterity subterfuge roll, difficulty 3.
Yeah, and I have 7 dice. I could almost do that. Maybe if I splurge the momentum for it.
Sure.
And that would be like 9 dice and a chance of failure.
I think unless my passivity during the whole my arms being ripped off thing gives me fatalism, I think I can't not try and get the shield, so...
So I'll go ahead and try for you. So let's see. So momentum gives 2 dice, right?
1 die.
Alright, so I'm up 2 dice.
It gives a second die if you're virtuous, or if you're acting for a virtue.
Yes.
If you're doing both, if you're virtuous and acting according to a virtue, it's 3, I think.
Right, I don't think I could twist justice to this unless I'm saying, like, Severus is stealing the shield. So
nah.
No, definitely not.
But when you're virtuous, I think it's automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have 8 dice. I could just go ahead and let it roll. I don't think I have any extra bonus other than it's already asleep.
Yep.
So, don't wake Daddy. I said don't. That's the opposite. Uh,
Yes.
I was trying to think. Since I've already seen my friend's arm ripped off by this,
Hmm.
maybe I could actually send a doppelganger to do this.
It's a bit too late for that.
A bit
as
late
you-
for that. I think as I'm like literally hands on the shield. Man, I put myself in a lot of danger suddenly for some reason.
So yeah, basically it's let's see what it's gonna do. You manage to get the shield into your arms. It's big, but it's fine enough. You begin to tiptoe your way back. When halfway you face plant after like tripping on one of Saber's big ass nail, I mean claw, I guess. And there's a metallic sound just resonating throughout the area as everyone freeze.
Scatter!
And yeah, you can see Cerberus begin to growl again and slowly open his eyes.
Right, before he gets fully up, I'm booking it.
Yeah, you gain a point of momentum, by the way.
Okay, cool. So that means that we're up to 1 now. Oh, or we're back to 2.
No, you're
after I
back to
spent.
1.
Okay, cool. So yeah, hopefully splitting out of there before Cerberus can catch up and follow us.
Sure, I want someone to take the lead and do me a might athletics.
Yes, please, anybody but me for that.
Well, I would have 5 dice there, but I also give double if I support. So
Well, I would only have 5 dice. What about Lance?
Let's see, Thomas. Thomas would have 7 dice, so you can try. If you want.
Go for it.
All right.
He's also wearing armor, so if something bad happens.
just a second, guys.
Oh yeah. What does the armor do again? Were it noted somewhere?
I have it noted. Hades armor,
plus
concealable,
1
hard
difficulty.
3, cumbersome.
Yes. So difficulty of 3. Well,
Good job.
Thomas is not a runner. Not at all. So you all begin to book it, run as fast as you can. Thomas is not really that fast with his armor. But at least he has, he's kind of more protected than you were. It. Yeah, he has to. Ah, he didn't record his 2 new elf level. Up. Let's see. Okay. Cerberus begin to again lazily chases you. Is everyone here, by the way? Because I
Yep.
thought Mark was a penguin. Blah.
Yeah, he said
Was
be
away.
right back or something.
Ah, well, I'm just gonna wait then.
I mean, I'm not a fighter. This is not the scenario I should be in anyway.
Should take a quick moment to be right back too.
Okay.
Well, while we're waiting, question, Emmerich.
Yes.
Imbue means what?
It means that you do not spend your point of legend. It's just for the scene.
Okay.
It's inaccessible.
Right. I just want to know because my boons are all imbue legend and not spend legend.
Yeah. What are your boons?
Reclaim from ruin and celestial artifice.
Yeah.
One
yeah,
I can't use yet. The other one though is pretty good. So basically, you could drop a nuke on something and I could still repair it.
Wait,
I return.
you need to imbue 2 legend for Celestial Artifice? That's weird. Let me see. Fertility, Forge, Fire. Oh yeah, you need to do... Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's not useful yet, but maybe someday.
No, it is useful, but yeah.
I can't use it, I mean. But, yeah, Reclaim from Ruin is the real one. Like I said, anything. You can't destroy a thing that I can't bring back.
Uh, ah. Well.
I said, retrieving files from a hard drive that's been through a nuclear detonation. You
Hey.
cannot hide things from me.
Everything's okay, Penguin? Like you can... Do you need to go or...
I'm fine. I just need a minute.
Uh,
Sorry.
All right.
okay. Well, we're gonna wait a bit then. This is not... it's not going as I expected it to go.
Right. Well, the losing the item while it's sleeping kind of thing was sort of anticipated, and we
I mean, you just...
we didn't let sleeping dogs lie.
You're just trying to say bad dog to Cerberus and not running or...
I
doing
mean, I
anything.
seem fine.
You're fine, yeah. For now, but...
And I got somebody else's humiliation recorded on live internet, so
yeah.
all
I
bonuses
think
for me.
everyone explicitly did not want to get into a punch out with Cerebus. I think was part of the thing.
Yeah, that was kind of the main idea. Is if there is any possible way to not try and brute force our way past something
No,
that has
sure,
never
but
been
I
brute
thought you were
forced.
going to distract him or like...
Yeah.
Says the guy who, or sorry, woman who stood in front of him.
Yeah, I started to form the plan to do so, but then it started to be a little bit too late. um. We good, Penguin?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
don't mind if I'm a little quiet.
Yeah, no, listen, if it's... If you need to go, like, it's totally fine. I mean...
I need to distract myself.
Okay.
All right. Distract us, Emmerich.
Well, the thing is, like, you kind of... I'm trying to look at something very quick, because I do not know all of Thomas' abilities.
Uh-oh, Thomas just fell off a cliff. I'm sure he'll be there when we get back.
No, no. No. Okay, well. Basically, Thomas tried to outrun Cerberus, which didn't really... Well, he has big ass armor that, while very protective, doesn't really help to
It's big, but it's
speed
not,
sprint.
though.
What?
I said it's big, but it's not, though.
Yeah, it's not, but it's it's a bit stiff at the joint.
Because
So it
I've
doesn't
got the
really
two
help.
descriptions on there that counter each other. It's big in the
Yeah.
joint, but it's small and concealable.
I know.
Man, you got fat cankles, man.
It's cumbersome. It's not really easy for... And basically, very, very soon, Cerberus is once again on your trail, but this time Thomas seems to have been, well, it's on Thomas' tail, basically, and he's going to have to do something about that. So, like, do the rest of you guys try to run, or do you...
Lance will A, keep running, but B, drop a doppelganger of himself behind to go back as a distraction.
All right, do me a roll.
Alright, so knack skill roll to make the doppelganger happen in the first place. That's 2. And for trickster, culture, persuasion, subterfuge. So subterfuge 3. So I'm rolling 5 dice. I need at least 1. And 1. Cool. Doppelganger exists. Literally from the ashes of the dead.
All right. So Sarah is going to try to jump on Thomas before your doppelganger arrives and try to distract it. So
Yep, it's got like a bag of jerky in its hand, and it's gonna like pull out a piece and like literally chuck it at Cerebus's head.
Is this doppelganger jerky or actual jerky?
That's the actual jerky bag.
shit, what did I do?
The jerky that
You
we
just murdered
already
somebody, I think.
said insulted Cerberus the first time.
No, I said
Alright.
it might insult him.
Only 3 successes, so Thomas is going to try to defend himself. He has a chance to try to.
Given the nature of tens.
Nope. So Thomas gets clawed pretty badly at the arm by Cerberus before doppelganger glance arrive and Thomas use a distraction to begin poke it. Can you just roll me a dexterity subterfuge, Lance, to see how long your doppelganger lasts while you'll run?
Alright. Dexterity subterfuge is 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 dice. Not very long.
No, it
Cool.
doesn't last very long, but Cerberus is a bit surprised that it's
So is that
The
what?
next mouthful it chomps down on Lance is just full of dust.
I would say what giant paw comes down because it's a building-sized creature. Just boom. Got wicked
It's like,
witched.
wait, where's the body?
Yeah.
It's like the movie Bambi versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems a bit surprised to not find a body under his giant paw. And I want someone to roll me again athletics might, please. Live 2.
I'm still rocking 2 dice, so anyone but me.
I'll go.
Wow, nice.
Hey.
Emmerich, did that
Yes.
knock me out of virtuous before?
Not really. You didn't
No.
really do any fatalistic thing.
Well, I kind of just, accepted what the dog was doing for a bit. But
Yeah, but the
okay.
fatalistic thing would have been to sacrifice yourself to let others, like, I
Really?
can't confront this. No.
I would have thought that the fatalistic thing would have been abandoning the shield. It's all over. That's why he let somebody else go for the shield. It's all over, man. The shield don't matter.
Nah.
Well, I'll just, because if I still have audacity, I don't think I can keep running.
You can running from mythical beast creature is audacious. Like
It's pretty audacious, dude.
you're trying to go deeper into the realms of Elm by bypassing its guardian.
Okay.
Yeah, not
Fair enough.
running. Not running would be fatalistic.
Yes, exactly.
Well, there's the other argument of turning and trying to punch it out.
Right,
You
right.
could also do that. You have the choice to do one of the others.
Okay. Yeah, but in this case, I'll do the non-suicidal
See,
one.
punching it out, I think, would be audacious. It'd be
Think-
fatalistic in the fatal part of the word.
Yeah.
You begin running like hell. You dash a bit. The shade of the dead are all around you now, and the terrain before you is begin to take a bit more filter as you're in a big meadow where there's a lot of grass, a lot of aphrodite flowers. It's kind of pretty, but also the smell of flowers is everywhere. And you think it's like there's bumps and crevices when you can hide, and you think that's the smell of flower. That's what saved your ass from Cerberus. Cerberus Sen. That was help you lose. Damn it.
It lost our trail.
Yeah, as you know, yeah, it's lost your
Sorry.
trail because of a scent of flower.
Except for
No,
somebody who has a bag full of begging strips with them.
But yeah, after a while, you uncomfortably hide between two ah two small bumps in the grass, and you wait a bit for the earth to not shake anymore. And as you rise up and look around you, you see no suburbs in sight. Only a nearly endless plain of flowers and shades just hanging around.
This
They
is a
don't seem to do anything.
pretty weird level of
Yep.
hell.
Welcome
Yeah.
everyone to the Meadows, where if you did nothing, you get to just stand around for the rest of eternity.
This is what heaven
Dante
is like, though.
doesn't seem really happy because no, it's not hell. It's beautiful, but there's
No, I
nothing.
mean that you can't do anything in heaven either. Literally, this is like the what I can't remember which level of hell, heaven it is that lovers go to, where all they can do is
Ah,
stare at one another because you can't do anything in heaven.
Unfortunately, the Greek underworld is different. Here, it's just like, well, you didn't do anything, so just chill out, whatevs.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking about the Italian one with Dante.
yeah, Dante's
Yeah,
in
Dante's Inferno,
Yeah,
and the corollary
divine
to that, which I don't remember right now.
the Divine
Dante's Divine
Comedy.
Comedy.
Yeah, in the Divine Comedy, the level for lovers, you can't do anything in heaven, so all you can do is stare longingly at one another, which is what this place is like. So this place is a
Yep.
corollary to heaven.
Yeah, you look around you, and
Yes,
most
but
of the
luckily Dante made up everything, and there's
yes,
no.
Well, yeah, Dante's was a political commentary, so
but
Here's all the people I wish were in hell right now.
there's a lot of surprising diversity among the shade, mostly from clothing. Like you can see some wearing togas, some wearing modern day attires, uh, other wearing next to nothing, but they just all walk around and don't seem to do anything really. It's a bit creepy.
Well, everyone, time for stage, what, 3 of our plan now?
Thomas say we had a plan.
Ah, well, we had a goal. That's kind of like a plan, except that lacks everything. So, we know what our goal is here. We need to at least find Hector, and what we do with him afterwards is up to us, I guess. He definitely wouldn't be here,
No, isn't that
He's in.
us?
but we
Yeah.
are otherwise lacking all information.
Well, I think we were told he was in Tartarus.
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
just have to get to Tartarus.
Right, but unless he's like, up on a pedestal with a light shining on him in his like little bird cage or something, I don't think it's gonna be that easy to find him if we just like walk in.
well, also if he's a shade, that'll make it really hard.
Exactly. It'll wash out,
So I mean, do
Not
these
very
shades
much.
have any defining features other than I don't know height?
Yes, sex and general age, I guess.
But I mean, otherwise they're like shadowy outlines of people, right?
Kinda, yeah.
But are they a little more defined than the ones that were back on shore?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Right. So we need to know. I guess I'm gonna bring up a picture on my phone of I guess any statue made of him, so that I could then
Uh,
correlate a statue of him to the figure of the shape that I would need to find later on.
you see, Thomas, there's not really any statue of Hector. None
Really?
than
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
not
pretty sure there's a statue of Hector. He's
Yeah,
one of the
nobody
most
makes
famous.
statues of the quote-unquote villain of the Iliad.
Oh, they
he was
did
not a
though.
villain.
They drew
Yeah, he's
pictures of
not.
him.
He's actually described as being like a really cool dude, but
But like it's really any statue we would find would be generic Greek soldier, number 95. Like
mm-hmm.
you don't have any bust or anything really describing Hector.
Yeah, there's
Right.
statues.
Maybe the best thing we could do would be to literally just try to communicate with the shades here and just see what information we can gather. As long as we're safe here, we can then at
Uh,
least form a plan?
Wait. Thomas seems to have been thinking for a bit of time and say, I think we need to find Phlegeton, the river of flame, of fire, because I think it goes to Tartarus. So yeah,
Makes sense. So that'll
but I
at
have
least get us there.
yeah, but look around and there's no river of flame, just meadows.
Mm-hmm. Uh, but yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and try my plan first of just trying to communicate with the Shades and seeing if I could get information on Hector.
All right, what do you do exactly?
Well, I'm looking for the ones that are probably wearing like more ancient style materials,
Sure, you can find one pretty easily.
and then trying to use my like bare knowledge of like ancient Greek to like try to communicate with them, and or dragging Dragoslav along with me.
Also, what do you try to do basically?
I'll go up to them. I'll say hello. I'll ask a few questions like, who are you? Have you seen this person? Do you know what he looks like? Do you
They don't
know what
respond.
lies beyond over there?
They No one seems to acknowledge your presence, but you can do me a quick resolve occult roll because you had this information conveyed to you.
Yeah. Three. There we go.
All right. You remember one of your fellows, Nature Scion, Isaac Smith,
Hmm.
said that apparently giving them a bit of blood helped them get back to who they were in their life.
Ah, right. Yeah, we want to communicate. That's right.
Yes.
It's been a couple weeks, so I forgot that part. So, I could probably go through the process of doing that to get
Well, I already have some bloody open wounds, so
that's true. Just kind
Sure.
of bleed anywhere you want, right about here.
yeah, I'll just I just smear a little on a gauze and hand it to you.
You smell a little blood in the trench, and you see few shades begin to approach, and they begin to drink the small amount of blood that you stand, and most of them, like, they're not in social or ethereal anymore. They begin to resemble normal people. They're a bit pale and a bit transparent, but less so than they were just 3 minutes ago.
All right. So I will greet them heartily. Oh, morning there.
Who are you? You're alive. You shouldn't be here.
Well, you're right on all those counts. But I do have a few questions here to try to conclude my business as quickly as possible.
Your blood tastes like. Who are you? Sentient. It's cold and thunderous.
I'll like look over to Liv's like,
Speak of conflict.
you sure you didn't have anything before we left? They seem to really like your blood.
That's not creepy at all.
Well, we got a lot of conflict ahead of us, so at least it's fitting. Uh but would you happen to know about the spirit of Hector?
The shade begins to mumble between them to try to ask, Hector, Hector, Hector. One of the shade who looks. She must have been dead for millennia. She seems to be wearing Greek attires, and she begins to speak in archaic Greek,
Hmm.
which I think only you Dragoslav understand.
Right, but I imagine like the group as a whole could also like translate as well too.
Yes, yeah, you can. The
Mhm.
Hector, Hector of Troy.
Correct. One the same.
Should be in the Elysian field.
I've heard that he's not anymore, and it's why we're here.
Why do you seek him? Are you his descendant? No,
Well,
his family was killed. It's impossible.
well, for me, I'm doing a favor. But he definitely deserves better than Tartarus.
Tartarus. Then he's lost.
Now, why do you say that?
No one gets out of Tartarus.
Any particular reason why beyond the River of Fire?
The Katonkier guards it. That's where the Titans are sealed.
Do you think Hector would also end up sealed with them? Or what kind of...
Maybe.
I don't suppose you could speculate what kind of a situation we might find him in. Or
No,
even where.
No, I do not know.
Hmm.
But you cannot enter without. It's impossible. You would need to ask the Lord Hades.
I don't suppose you'd know of Lord Hades' relation to Hera at this moment.
She seems to think for a moment and says, "No, I do not know. I wasn't a priestess."
That's fair enough. Hmm. I'm kind of like looking at everyone else, trying to figure out some more questions I can ask here. So he's in Tartarus. Probably not really possible to go in and out without Lord Hades, as far as they're aware. So there's probably some sort of challenges to do. We got to cross the River of Fire in the first place. Um,
Well,
would Hades be perfectly aware of where he is in his situation? Or would that be something he'd have to actually learn about? How do you think Hades would feel if someone was moving a soul from Elysium to Tartarus?
I cannot tell.
Hmm.
ask her if she knows how we can politely get an audience with Hades or Persephone, was it? Yes, Persephone. That was in character.
If you seek, if you seek a Lord of the Dead, then you can follow this road. And she points to, if she points to a path like left of you, and it's not really a road, more like procession of people that have walked through here and rendered the meadows dirt.
Hmm. Well, that's simple enough to follow, at least.
They will, they will, the road will grant you access to the Palace of Hades, and you will meet the three judges.
Judges? I don't remember that part.
She begins to fade out a bit as
Oh,
you can see she begins to be more and more transparent and less coherent in your whole demeanor.
well, it looks like our time is over. And thank you all for your help. All right, gang. So we've learned a little bit of something, and now the question is only of approach. Do we A, try to jump through a river of flame into a place of which none can come back that is full of punishment and torture, or B, take the nice dirt path over to the to Lord Hades, meet his judges, uh, and see if he's willing to negotiate, or at least learn about the situation.
Let's at least try Hades first. Possibly being smited is probably better than definitely being set on fire.
You know what? I think I sort of agree, and given the shape of some of us, I say like looking at Liv's arm, like just dangling there. Maybe, maybe that's the safer route. I'm willing to take the gamble that Hades isn't actually in on this, and this has gone over his head. Or that at least he is somewhat reasonable. Uh, if there's no opposition, I guess that's the plan of course of action that we're going to take then, isn't it?
Seems so.
All right, sounds like we're traveling down the dirt road, everybody. Wise or not.
After seeing how the shades down here live, Helheim doesn't sound so bad.
I mean,
Well,
this is at least nice enough. I see,
at
like,
least,
waving casually at, like, the indifferent planes.
at least in the lime, I'll entertain our guest.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, here it just sort of, boring fading away, unfortunately. Not the
that
worst of fates, but still kind of lame.
that's where I'm a bit conflicted because a lot of what I have planned kind of revolve around Thomas being here.
So,
Uh,
so
I mean,
maybe
we
before we
could
go and
call.
poke our head literally straight into Hades' face, maybe we should have the one relation we have to him around.
the what?
I'm saying maybe we should have Thomas around,
Oh
the person
yes,
who's
yeah,
actually
Yeah.
within the pantheon.
yeah.
Before we just go, hey, we're all a bunch of foreigners and don't belong here, and we're alive, uh, and we sort of punched your dog earlier. But hey, we're here to bargain.
Yeah, that's basically. I'm very sorry, but I don't see how I'm going to be able to.
Yeah, I think it's
We totally
best if we call
understand.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've been here before, we'll be here again.
yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but
We got past the couple challenges we really needed to, though. We're in hell proper. And we have choices now.
I mean, if you would have botched your first roll when you need to navigate, you would have ended up in some place that I didn't expect you uh to have so many successes, to be honest.
Oh yeah, just like suddenly 5 successes to just,
Yeah,
like get where we need. It's like, ah, of course we don't get lost while spelunking.
yeah. It's a shame
Even
because
though that's literally the first thing that probably should happen to us.
yeah. I mean, humanoid cave monster are fun, but
Yeah. I know, it's
not
it's
for them.
always like the most hilarious thing where like a group of people with like absurd powers like just fails at like some completely mundane task that any of them probably should have had a skill in.
And it wasn't mundane to find your way into the underworld. It's kind
Right,
of a
but
big
getting
deal.
lost in caves is like sort of semi-mundane.
Ah!
What do you mean you didn't bring a map or like mark a trail?
So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to postpone until next week.
Mhm.
I'm very sorry about that, but
Not your fault.
It's okay. We all understand.
I blame Wolfie and him not getting enough sleep.
yep, technically that's true. Uh, yeah, so hmm. I know it was very very short, and I apologize for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I hope still I had a bit of fun, but no, it's yeah,
I
it's
had
not
fun.
ideal.
And we know what's coming up. We got
It
Yeah.
Judges
was,
and we got
yeah.
Hades and Rivers of Flame.
It was fun enough for the short amount of time.
All right, so as usual, if there's anything you like, didn't like, I'm still always here to listen to.
I think the only thing I gotta say today is when we end up in like sort of complicated situations, we
Mhm.
kind of end up in the powered by the apocalypse thing of there's no real turn order or structure. And we're just kind of like whoever pops up first like says something. And
Uh,
that does become like more complicated when like my
okay.
abilities are like help someone for their next action, but I don't
All
have
right.
like a specific like set amount of time for that.
It's
Or like
okay.
someone
I'll
literally
try
does that.
to. I'll try to use turn order initiative roster
Hmm.
more efficiently. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll try to do
I
less of
guess it
that.
was also not clear we were fighting Cerebus either.
You weren't fighting Cerberus because you cannot fight Cerberus.
This is very true.
Uh,
I think I misunderstood some things during that encounter, which is probably what led to me
Oh.
getting mauled. But
It's okay. Just bring him a dog bone next time. He'll be fine.
like it's because even though you're hero, you're not at the level you can take on Cerberus
Hmm.
with brute
yeah,
force.
we'd probably have to be at least demigod for that.
Yeah, or close to it. But yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Sorry.
Trust me, I understand every time I try to do like a wrap up too.
Yeah. Um.
Well,
All right.
thanks for running.
Yeah, I like all the settings and descriptions that you're giving, so I say keep that up.
All right.
Right.
So I'm not giving you XP for that. We'll get the XP next session, but
Fair
That's
enough.
fair.
I already make a note of like that you spent most of your momentum, for example.
Oh yeah, that's
So, yeah.
fun.
They give you more XP, so that's good.
Gotta figure out how to give more momentum more often, aside from just flopping on my face all the time.
Well, by failing, and
Mhm.
I believe, what's your destiny fate, Penguin, for leave?
Uh, I'm going to save someone who will end up being directly responsible for the death of someone I care about.
Oh yeah, so yeah, no, it didn't pop up.
That one wasn't. Yeah, it wouldn't pop up
Yeah,
tonight.
but yeah, there's a few way to regain momentum, really.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, we failed. The consolations are supposed to come from every roll. Like when you
Yeah,
fail an attack, you fail a defense. You're technically supposed to get
very true.
something, either a momentum or the fail forward thing. But
All right,
yeah,
so I'll see you guys next week, or maybe
Mhm.
I'll see you guys when I blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can speak today. When I see you guys,
Yep, yep.
all
I'll
right.
see you around.
Thanks
Take
again for
care.
running.
Yep.
Bye.
See you